I've always wondered what stops someone from like changing their life and changing environment. I think one of them is comparison. They don't have the comparison of what's better, so they don't have the motivation or the willpower to go and do better, or they might just not know. I mean, when I was younger, I not mean to pull on your heartstrings here, but I lost my mum at a young age. Straight away, I had some loving guardians who in the show were there for me. So I had that comparison of, yeah, I've gone through this, but I've got people who actually love me. Whilst it's taken me years, I've got that's the main point, is I've got the comparison, but there's an alternate version of me where I didn't have that. So I never had the comparison, and I can see how people get stuck in that cycle.
Yeah, that happens quite a bit. That's where the concept of ancestral trauma comes from, is from a person going through an experience, and because they never broke out of that, they never were able to break out of it, they pass it on to their kids. And so their kids learn that kind of way of coping, and then they pass it on to their kids and pass it on to their kids. And that is a very real thing in our world. But there are those chain breakers that are able to, because of the way that they're built, because of the way that their brain is, because of whatever circumstances, they're able to look around and say, this isn't working. I don't want to do this anymore. And you're right. There has to be that moment of being able to see contrast, that there is another way. And that usually comes from either, again, hitting rock bottom, where you realize that this isn't working. This is not good. I see other people being able to be successful and have loving relationships and families, and it's possible. Why can't I get there? And so that kind of contrast helps them understand that there is a possible way towards that, but obviously what they're doing is not getting them to that. And so they do need to be able to have that kind of perspective. And so in those cases, again, it comes down to really wanting that change and being able to have that shift in perspective in order to make those things possible.